Tony, you were telling us about the intangible benefits of sales and operations planning.
Yeah, so in addition to the tangible benefits, and this is where it relates to people's everyday lives at work, and it's around how they can have confidence in what they do and enjoy the benefits of that, how they're not constantly being surprised by problems and having to react and have firefighting teams all over the place, that there's a sense of teamwork and camaraderie and achievement that comes with this process. And I think I've seen it in people's faces, I've seen it in the way they behave, that it has a powerful impact when it's done right.
Mm-hmm. So basically the faces light up and everybody's on a high morale trajectory because things are working like they think they should be working.
Yeah, they're productive, they're not wasting their time,
yes.
And they actually enjoy the process, which leads to the outcomes of the process being enjoyed as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've seen situations where people couldn't wait to get out of these meetings.
Why does that happen? Why do these processes go wrong so often then?
That's a good question.
Yes.
Again, it goes back to leadership.
Yes.
And some fundamentals.
Yes.
About not knowing really what the purpose and the objectives of each of the sub-processes and the overall process is.
Mm-hmm.
And just people putting their own spin on the process,
mm-hmm.
doing things differently, not using best practice,
mm-hmm.
drifting from the principles of it.
Mm-hmm. Or using very formula-driven?
Yeah, formula-driven, in one way it makes it easier, in another way it just makes it harder because it's not necessarily tailored to fit the circumstances of that organisation. Mm-hmm. So one size doesn't fit all with SOP.
Yeah, yeah.
The concept should, but it's how it's applied.
Yes. Yes.
So that's where it starts to unravel,
mm-hmm.
and that's why people don't see the point of them being at these meetings. It doesn't
mm-hmm.
have the right level of preparation, the agenda's wrong,
mm-hmm.
and then you get to the basic stuff, and this
mm-hmm.
is stuff you should not even talk about, but it happens all the time. There's the data's wrong,
mm-hmm.
the reports don't look right, and everyone's arguing about unnecessary things
mm-hmm.
and not actually getting to the point of, you know, this is what's happened,
mm-hmm.
this is what's happening,
mm-hmm.
and this is what we need to do to correct any problems that we've ever had or that we foresee
mm-hmm.
coming
mm-hmm.
in the future.
Yeah, and you also see a lot of headbutting during sales and operations planning.
Yeah, a bad sales and operations planning process exaggerates the differences between sales animals
mm-hmm.
and operations animals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whereas what it needs to do is, and I've seen this happen, it bridges all that because
mm-hmm.
there's like the common
mm-hmm.
goal
mm-hmm.
being discussed.
Yes.
Because there's no distraction about this number being different to that number. It's the one number.
mm-hmm.
It's a valid number. Everyone buys it.
mm-hmm.
Everyone gets it. Everyone understands how it's constructed.
mm-hmm.
Everyone knows the root cause behind certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a consistency about the data, there's a consistency about the way people interact around it, and therefore it all makes sense. Mm-hmm. And you can go, you can sleep at night because it all it's actually working for you.
Mm-hmm. So Tony, I remember you wrote an article or co-wrote an article. Demand is from Venus and supply is from Mars.
And something about some other planet.
Yes. So it was more about demand and supply being sort of having a dialogue of the deaf, where the two groups were approaching the meeting from very different viewpoints and almost coming to the meeting with an intention to perhaps make it work, but never coming to any kind of compromises or any kind of workable solutions.
Yeah, and that's because the whole process isn't set up right.
Right. So you're saying that if you set it up right, if you bring in the top management sponsorship or endorsement of the process, if you do those fundamentals that you said earlier right, then it is a pleasure.
It is, yeah. People, process, systems, getting it to, the harmony amongst that, and then it does just then naturally roll out.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Tony.
No problems.